Hi, this is Dr. Jenny Mitchell, and I'd like to show you how to do a box plot using the CO2 output here. So if we go into Analyze, Distribution, and we're going to put the CO2 in the Y here, we don't want to check the histogram only because we want all the information that comes up. And when we do, you'll notice that we have a histogram here, but along beside it we also have a box plot. Now if I go ahead and click this here, oh, actually if I go here, let's do this first. I'm going to uncheck vertical so that I have the so I can look at this and kind of understand how this is laid out for this box plot. Remember, the box plot, the longer whisker indicates the longer tail, so this is actually a skewed to the right because we have a longer right hand tail. Then that means that this is positively skewed. And so we also see the histogram down here, so we could, again, we can do some of the things. For example, we can right click this bottom axis and add an axis label. So this might be, you know, we may want to say this is carbon dioxide emissions, and then as that is a label underneath. We also might want to again use this to add maybe a count on the axis, and even again if we click on this little drop down here, we might want to do a show counts so that we see that. So essentially you can see, and we can actually make this bigger. So you'll see that when I actually use the analyze and distribution without just checking just the histogram, we get a lot of information here. Remember, there's the 5 things needed to make a box plot, and so you're going to see some of those things down here as far as the quartile, the median, and so forth. But you can basically tell that the tail is longer on the right hand side, which means it is positively skewed. Okay, so that tells you how to do that. I want to show you one other thing. I didn't do this. You can actually do a box plot in the graph builder. So if you go into graphs and bring up the graph builder, this is the box plot I did. I brought the you know, the CO2 down to the axis, and so you can see this again. It's a little harder to understand when we're looking at it like this because you may not realize the skewness, but you'll notice here we do not have any outliers. So essentially outliers are shown by a little dot, and I don't see any of those. So hopefully this helps you get the directions on how to do it, not necessarily how to interpret it. That you look in your text for that. Thanks for listening.